Don't give up now, collective. This is a spiritual pep talk from Source. Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot. Welcome to my channel. I am doing a reading for the collective, as I'm sure you know. That's why you clicked on it right now. So let me know what your thoughts are about the collective readings. I realize it might not be for everybody, and that's okay as well. But my intention is to really encourage you and to provide a voice of like a cheerleader, if nothing else, because who doesn't need a little bit of cheering throughout their day? So let's get more information during the shuffle in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get started. We have the Queen of Wands. You have the Two of Coins. And you have the Six of Blades, which represents the Six of Swords. So basically, what this is talking about is the Two of Coins. You've been juggling two really important things, and I feel like you're being very graceful about it. It's been kind of a challenge, but by the same token, you're determined to keep your good humor about it. I feel like you've also moved on from a ground that was icy. It wasn't yielding any fruit for you. It wasn't bearing any fruit. It was cold. It was stagnant, and you felt like you had to really go onto different waters. And that's why you're currently in this situation where you're indeed juggling two different things. So this could be a job and family life. This could be two jobs. This could be school and so on and so forth. But it's just really stating right here that you are in the middle of creating something really big. And I feel like you have public acclaim, public acknowledgement thus far. I feel like potentially people could be singing your praises. Also, with all of the background here, I'm definitely getting like 4th of July vibes as well. So whatever it is that you are seeing this reading is meant for you. But it looks to me like you're going to reach kind of a peak of whatever it is that you are working towards, and you're working diligently, mind you. And we recognize this with being the Queen of Wands, that you're going to be recognized for being the master at something, a conductor, that you have been indeed conducting your own symphony, even behind the scenes at times, and people haven't really understood that about you. What else do we have? Indigo Child. It is your mission to access higher wisdom, knowledge, and intelligence so you can bring it back down onto the planet Earth. So you could definitely feel like you are an indigo child. Now this was here just because it should have been. Flooding waters in the past, satisfied before the dawn, drinking the applause. Do we not have applause right here and acclaim? I feel like we do. So something about the past is going to come flooding back. And I definitely feel like the picture that maybe people have painted of you is going to look vastly different than what really is. And everything is going to come out in the wash because you're here to inspire people and to serve humanity and mankind. So fearless. You're bold about your joys in life, making you more vivid and alive to those around you, teaching them to take more risks in life. Calculated risks, right? And now I am seeing these triangles right here. And the triangles are the most, well, they are the strongest design. I'm like, it's the strongest structure. We have boss. Yeah, you're making boss moves right here. So something about you, I feel like this reading basically has arrived in order to reassure you that you are definitely making boss moves, that whatever it is that you are doing is going to bear fruit, and that it will be seen by the public, being acknowledged by the public eye. I feel like maybe even potentially acknowledged by your friends and family. So it says you have your ish together, being precisely who you are and in hot pursuit of your goals, and they captivate and inspire others. Yeah. So something about you like teaching the masses and inspiring other people. So Spirit's saying basically they want you to keep this up. You could be experiencing financial constraints right now, but this is not where you're going to stay. So we definitely see like there's a book right here and there are spider webs going on from here. So this cupboard has been closed for a long, long time. And maybe you've been hitting the wall. And with the number 13, it really alludes to an ending, like a transformation for me. And I'm going to say that this is the beginning and the end of your transformation. And it's the end of your living maybe paycheck to paycheck or having even worse financial constraints that you didn't know. If you're going to have to rob Paul to pay Peter or whatever, right? And so I feel like what this is stating is that Spirit wants to reassure you that you're having a massive ending that's going to really release you from these financial constraints. If that has been a source of like anxiety for most of us, right? Or a source of worry, that you don't have to worry about that because your blessings are right around the corner. Yeah. And so I definitely feel like this is also talking about with the word contract, that you're writing and signing new contracts, that Spirit is weighing impartially what it is that you have done. And I'm thinking also, like emotionally, I heard in my mind, I heard that you are signing contracts like within the public arena and also in the privacy. You're signing a contract with Spirit, and this is based on all the knowledge and wisdom that you've gained and gleaned, and also that you have been measured, that you have been measured and weighed by the checks and balances of Spirit, and that now is the time to reap your rewards. You're signing new contracts that you're no longer going to be in financial conflict, financial anxiety, or constraints. And also, if you've been feeling like you've been overlooked for maybe just simply a thank you or acknowledgement, or overlooked like for raises and things like that, that too is coming to an end because you have signed on to a new contract. I feel like you stepped through a portal so that you can actually achieve and attain bigger and better things. But the biggest thing to me is that I feel like you have a really pure heart. It's not just about like you and what I can attain for this 3D world. And because of your pure heart, that is being gifted over by Spirit so that you can really tap into that door to abundance, I feel. And so you're not going to really have to worry and stress about your finances. Yeah. And so we have the 4 of Cups right here with this armadillo. I think that's what this little guy is. And so this armadillo has like 3 cups down here and 1 that's being offered. And typically and traditionally, the 4 of Cups talks to us about really not wanting what is being offered to us. And so you could have an opportunity that really seems kind of humdrum, that maybe perhaps you're not even going to be able to see it for the blessing that it is. If you get offered anything between now and 6 months from now, whenever now is, I just want to urge you to really consider looking at the offer again. And don't be so quick to say no. Also, of course, don't be so quick to say yes, making sure that you read everything with read all the fine print and do your due diligence. But this is saying that you have opportunities that are opening up for you to sign better contracts for yourself. And I feel like this is making boss moves in the world. I feel like you're going to get relief and release from that which is no longer appealing to you. If you've been experiencing boredom, if you've been experiencing lack, maybe heartache, heartbreak, or simply wanting a change of pace because you've been like pushing and at a grueling pace 2 different things that you feel like you know it's important, but it hasn't really panned out or paid off or shown itself to be profitable yet. Hang in there because it's just about to be profitable for you. Yeah, can't make this up. You saw me shuffle on camera. So with the 8 of Wands right here, this is things coming quickly to you. This is information, ideas, passion, right? This is even like travel. So I'm even looking at this snake right here. And snakes, they shed their skin when they outgrow when they outgrow their skins. It's time to get a new skin or a new home, just like the hermit crab. So, we've outgrown whatever it is that we're out. We've learned the lessons that we need to have learned. And Spirit is just saying that you're about to be blessed in a really big way. And we love this for you. So good job at hanging in there and hanging tight, even when it seemed bleak, even when nobody else around you recognized the toil, the work that you have been doing, because it does matter and it does mean something. Yeah. So you've been in hermit mode, I feel like, for a long time. I'm looking at all of these like spider webs, and the spider right here is about to really be done with the period of hermitude. So if you've been enjoying staying to yourself, if you've been enjoying going into your cave metaphorically, right? Man cave, woman cave, she shack, I don't know what. I'm just going to say that with a vibration of number 9, the next step is a 10. And so we have a new beginning coming for you, because the 10 reduces to 1. And I'm just going to say that, you know, the spirit of hermitude has really served its purpose. And sometimes it is easy to get really caught up or complacent or comfortable and cozy wherever it is that we are currently at. And just remember that the next step is always going to be the hardest when you do something different. And so it was difficult, no different than difficult, leaving this ambiance right here was all ice and you had to walk with a stick, and they have skates, thankfully. But, you know, the path could have been really icy and you could have felt very much alone, to the point where you're hustling and bustling and maybe zooming and not having any time to yourself. Maybe professionally, but maybe personally in your private life, you just go home and crash out because, you know, it's a lot to juggle 2 different things, and maybe plus a family or children or whatever else you have going on. And so you're about to come out of that period of hermitude that has served you. And there's nothing to fear at this point, because really coming out of hermitude is going to feel uncomfortable, because maybe it's been a minute. It could have been at least 9 months that you were in a period of seclusion or isolation. It could have been self-proclaimed, or I don't know, your life, right? What else do we have right here? Yeah, 6 of Pentacles. So you're going to have people that are really willing to throw in their lot with you, to be generous with you as well. And you're going to have enough to be able to be generous with other people. So I really love this, because the 3 coins down here really talks to me about an earthiness, about cooperation in the earthly realm, meaning, okay, I'm going to put elbow grease into it with you. If you're building something, I'm going to come on over and help you out, that kind of a thing. So you have partnerships here that are right around the corner. And I'm looking at this like bull here with his ear. And this could be like basically planting something. Maybe you get invited to a podcast, or maybe you get like a record deal, or maybe, you know, this is like very tangible. So you decide to open up a restaurant with 2 other people and you have a partnership going, but whatever this is, I feel like you will be heard about, something about hearing. So it could be, maybe you're a musician, you're putting that out there into the public, and you have other people to collaborate with, which would be like maybe a promoter, or, or like an illustrator, I don't know. But basically, you have a lot of cooperation coming for you. So no longer are you going to be doing things by yourself and feeling kind of pressed and overwhelmed, maybe sometimes, for doing everything by yourself. Now, next thing I'm noticing is, of course, these 3 of Pentacles right here on the wing of the bird. And I don't think that's any coincidence. And the bird's mouth is open. So there could be something about speech, or about singing, or about the spoken word, that kind of a thing. It could be maybe that you're even writing a book. But with this bird right here, this tells me that, you know, birds fly places, right? And this can involve travel. And again, 3, this is maybe involving 2 other people or 2 other entities, partnerships that you may come across that are going to really help out in this situation. But overall, I definitely feel like you're going to be doing a lot better for yourself. I definitely feel like you have a lot of eyes upon you that you don't even know about, because you're just strictly focused. I think it's very beautiful, the focus that you've been having lately, but it is about to be rewarded. And I think that your vision is also going to change into like what you initially wanted originally from doing all these things, into what it actually is becoming. Okay, look at that. So let me tell you a little bit about you. You have gone under, you've been through the ringer. You've undergone a lot of heartache, heartbreak. And I feel like with this jumping out, literally, you saw it. With the 3 of Swords, this tells me right here that you are healing, that no longer, I feel like these are like elephant tusks. And this has a lot to do with memory. And I feel like memory of heartaches and betrayals, and memories of things that have been really brutal and difficult to really move past. And with these chains right on the floor, I feel like you're not going to be chained any longer to that narrative. You're not going to be identifying as somebody who is heartbroken, if you have been heartbroken, right? And who hasn't. But I feel like sometimes we can wrap our identity around that. Or, for example, like saying, well, I've been so single so long, or I've been heartbroken so badly before that I could never trust again. Or, you know, these things are in my memory, or I've suffered losses from people who I've loved that they've crossed over to the other side and I just can't get over it. I feel like there's healing here for you. You are breaking those chains. And you know, not to minimize that somebody who's left your life or departed this world. That's not what I'm trying to say. But what I am trying to say is that your commitment and your love for them isn't bound by like how you shackle yourself up in this lifetime, that you refuse to move on because of a certain pain and things like that. No, on the contrary. And I feel like this is a blessing in disguise. This is unexpected also. I feel like you're going to be quite surprised by this, okay? So a lot of you guys do have love coming in, or a massive healing, an emotional breakage of a bond that just really was super sad and that you carried and buried for a long, long time. This almost looks like the soil, right? It almost looks like it's been buried deep. And I feel like this pain that you've been carrying with you is about to be transmuted in order to convert into something so much better, into a healing, and into something that you can really bestow and share with other people. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that I don't know, that makes you feel a certain way, that you feel uplifted, that you feel good, that you feel optimistic, because I just want to say that Spirit loves you. And so do I. So with that, much love to you. Until next time, namaste.